I didn't mean to keep the banner on. Sorry, everyone.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello.
Good.
Hello. Now we can see everyone.
Catch up who's in the comments, and then I'll get Eve in because Eve's backstage. But Eve wanted to have a chat with you too. So we've got Mudnuts, we've got Angel, we've got Glitter Angel, Michelle, Sandy Chin, we've got the Dip in Time. Thank you for joining us. Cindy Bennett, Kat, Sparkle Just in Diamonds, Rich. Speaking of diamonds, Helen, Tennis Collins, and we have Stacey's Ritz's DP Crafts is also on stage. Mary and Christopher Closses. Hello.
Hey, everyone. Hi, Squishy.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, everybody.
Hello. Oh, I like your
Welcome.
images in the back.
Thanks. I'm so excited for today.
I am too. It's a fun one. I don't think the only overseas live I've been on was Rose's Australia time.
Just to thank you, all of you, for sponsoring the event with your story. It is incredible.
Oh, thank you. It's a blessing to be able to do that too with you guys. So
Yeah,
Patsy Putty.
definitely.
And Patsy Putty is in here as well. Hello, Patsy Putty and Holly.
oh, my nuts in the house. She does always do that with her.
I see Christopher. Hi, Christopher. Christopher is the first, his event last year when he did the Pride event last year. That's how I found out about Rose and Stacy and about your shop. And that was when I made that connection. So it's just about a year. June will be a year. So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's definitely
been about a year since you came in as an official partner too, Stace.
I've been from the start. Oh, official partner? Yeah. Yeah, I think that was more towards fall of last year, I think.
Yeah.
But I've been doing it like since the start. So with you.
Oh, from the start. Yeah, you've been here from the start.
Yeah.
So how long have you both been creating art for?
Me or my life?
I say this is my second year.
Yeah, I think it's your second year. Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you turn your artwork into sort of diamond art related?
For me, it was when I did my art degree.
Okay.
So I did my art degree, and I was doing what they call render art back then, and it's like 3D art. And for my art degree, I decided that was going to be my main medium for the year, for the 3 years. And I did this guerrilla. If anyone's been here from the start with the RPC, they'll know Houdini. And so yeah, it's he sits down in my studio, and he's massive. He's absolutely huge. But I fought to have him accepted into my degree, and yeah, that's where it kind of all started, really. Hi, Cindy.
We got Cindy has bought. Is it Cordelia in your shop?
Yes.
And Rose says it's been a while. We've got Tammy in as well.
Yeah, it has been a while. I'm not doing many lives these days because I'm head down, bum up drawing. So
it's definitely been a busy one, a crazy one. We both have had a lot of stuff going on. So I think we just focus on how busy we both are and the art that, especially that you're doing, because you've had a lot of stuff come up lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in a move, so God, finally.
How'd your move go?
It's still being worked on. Still having things built, and we're living here, and we've got boxes everywhere, but it's all good. It's all good.
That's good then.
Much comfortable, yeah.
Stacy, what part of the country are you in?
I'm in Eastern North Carolina.
Okay.
So I get all the lovely weather, and yeah, I love it out here. It's beautiful. So I came from Southern California, and it's a big change. Yeah, we've got like doctor's offices. We've got like actual businesses that are in homes. Like the building is a home. And I'm just like, that was like the strangest cultural shock for me ever. And it's nice because I can go like 50 miles an hour right outside my house and like there's no traffic. So it's perfect.
So, Rose, whereabouts in Australia are you?
So I live in Melbourne.
Oops.
Ooh.
Where'd you go?
Oh, we lost Rose.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll be back.
She lives in Melbourne and she's down south and she went down. Let's get her back quick.
And it's about to start.
Yeah, she lives I'm from SoCal too. Oh yeah, Cindy.
I'm so
Rose,
sorry.
if you don't want to talk about where you live, that's fine. You don't have to leave.
I told him you went down south and we need to pull you back quick.
So originally I'm from New Zealand, but I live in Melbourne, Australia.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've always loved the scenery from what I've seen in sort of like Australia. I know that it's very contrasted from obviously the cities that are very sort of industrial, and then you've got all the sort of the outback, which there's like next to nothing there. I think my friend went, my friend went, and then obviously my sister and her boyfriend went traveling around Australia, and he was saying like it got to one point and they had to stop at this one sort of stop because it was like 4 or 5 hours before you got to like the next place you could have a break. Right, that seems mad.
It was a very much a big change coming here. Not so much the culture, because it's very similar to New Zealand, but a good example is New Zealand fits into Melbourne.
Really?
So 21 times.
Wow.
It's Australia 21 times, yeah. But the population is in Melbourne is more than what's in New Zealand.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, and our roads in New Zealand are very hilly and windy, where in Australia there's a lot of flat. So it was a big difference changing. But we definitely don't regret it. We love it here, and we're becoming citizens.
Oh, awesome!
So, yeah.
Did you have to go over on a visa and then apply for No.
No. So, and because of the Anzac Treaty, which it goes back to World War I and II, we have like Australians and Kiwis can jump between the countries relatively easily, and so we just come over and as soon as we land, we're granted what they call a special visa. So we can work, we can live here, we pay taxes, we can do whatever we want, and that's endless for the rest of our life. But to be a citizen and get more rights, especially for us with my daughter has special needs, becoming a citizen's been the goal. So, yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, for both of you, what's your favourite type of art to do? To draw, well, to draw.
Fairies. I do a lot of fairies. Yeah. Yeah.
I do a lot of AI digital. Like I do AI and then I switch it to digital as a reference. So I do I started with a lot of like bright color wackadoodle type of characters and images because that just was my personality. And then I started getting influenced by a lot of other people in terms of like trials and tribulations they were going through. So I went through and I did I do focus with Tammy and as my muse and we try and work on stuff for people with challenges and disabilities and mental health and stuff like that. So I really try and I don't release a lot of them, but I try and release things that like will affect somebody in a good way and help them like spiritually with it. And I went through some mental health ones as well, just because of stuff that I was going through. But I love color. So a lot of my stuff is going to have like a lot of bright colors. And I like things that are quirky. I've kind of fine-tuned it now into more of an animated style, but I really like quirky characters. And when I'm in my fun mood, I'll do quirky, wacky type of characters. So I do a little bit of everything. And then because I like landscapes is a challenge for me, I like to do work on landscapes because it provides that foundation of doing something that I'm not used to doing. And then I mentor under Rose for digital type of artwork because that's a challenge in itself. So I work with her directly in terms of trying to fine tune the digital side of things. So it's a learning process for me, and I really love it. I love working with the community. So yeah. She loves color.
Kat was asking, how old's your daughter, and do you have any other children as well?
So yeah, she Kenzie is physically 18. IQ wise about 4, 5. Sort of 2ish sometimes. Like it varies. But yes, we have in total we have 6 kids. We have 5 living, and the older 4 are in New Zealand living their lives and all adults. Kenzie is actually the baby.
And do you have children, Stacey?
Yes, I have a 12-year-old who's got her challenges and very, very interesting way of handling it. So Rose and I have more of like a lot more of a personal connection is where we started, and then it just grew into the business. So like I look to her for a lot of support sometimes. But I love my daughter. She's just as creative, but she does a lot of sketching of her own type of characters and like comic sketching. So art kind of runs in the family, and I do like other things too besides just art. So she's very talented in her own way, and yeah, single mom here. So
I will say that so I was having a look through, is it Crushley? She's got one of your release papers, which is like a cartoon girl with rollerblades, Stacey. That artwork.
Oh no, that's not Crafts with Crashley. That's Bee's Crafty Corner.
Bee's Crafty Corner, sorry.
Bee's Crafty Corner, yeah. No, it's fine.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, so I license with Bees. When something comes up, I'll like let her see some of the art. Like if I'm doing events and stuff and I see that she's involved with the event. So I reached out because I saw that she was on your agent sponsor, and we work in a collab to tie in my art with RPC and in general, and with her release papers. So that way I'll let her see what some of the stuff is that's coming out, and she can choose what she'd like for release papers. And then people can also let me know, hey, I like this particular piece of art. Can you do it on a release paper? And I'll reach out to Bees and give her the image to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we kind of cross work with each other. And she also sponsors our retro event as well. So it's a great collab. And I see you're here too, sponsoring. She said she was going to be on as well. So I gave her an early plug.
I think it's
amazing to work with.
It's middle of May when she's on.
Yeah, but her stuff is amazing. I love her release papers. So, yeah.
How are you, Eve?
I'm great. I'm actually sitting here getting ready to kit up my canvas that I'm going to do in June for Pride that I did purchase last year from Rose Profitt from the site. And it's my refuge. By Hannah Lipsky. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I want to get ready, so I have that for June, and I have to kit it up because I'm going to my first retreat in June, so I have to kit it up portable. So I'm excited to be doing that this evening. One of the things I wanted to say that I love so much when I discovered your company was how incredibly inclusive the diamond paintings are. That there is something there for everyone, whether people like fantasy fairies, cartoonish, bright colors, muted colors, fantastic pride representation, LGBTQ plus community. Then when Stacey did some of the work with the people with physical challenges or other type of challenges, with Tammy as your muse. Those last ones that came out with her and Max are just, they're stunning. They're absolutely stunning. I was in tears when I saw them. Kathy and I are quite close with Tammy. It really was something. And then there are people of color. There are men. There are, it's so important because people from every community diamond paints. So it's something that's just so important. Deborah's saying about the Hanukkah options. Yes.
Thank you, Deborah.
We are aware that we have one little deficit that we've not fulfilled properly yet, but we are working on it, and that's the Christian holidays as well. So there'll be some more representation of that coming up over the next 12 months. So
that's great because it's all, as the saying goes, it's all good, which often really means something sucks when somebody says, it's all good. Well, no, it's all good. We're all inclusive, and it's so important. And not everything is going to suit everyone's taste or everyone's interest. But when there's something there for everyone, if it's not for you, you can move on from it.
And what I like for you,
sorry, go on.
We lost it.
I was going to say, I do love the dark art section on the Rose Profitt website. I am very much into my dark art sort of gothic style canvases. So
ex-goth.
That's our Lib. Libby does a lot of Lenny. She does a lot of the goth. She's switched out a little bit to more color, but she's got a lot of gothic stuff in there too, and dark art. And I know Rose has some dark art in there as well. So
now I understand why you liked Maleficent.
I made it back.
Welcome back. Hi, Sandy.
Oh, when you were talking, Eve, what I was going to say is that I try and make categories in our art, and whenever I find out that people are asking for things, either Rose or I will shout out to our our team, our artist family, and let them know, hey, people are looking for this type of art. If you want to include any of it. So I do give feedback to everybody in case they do want to create art specifically for the request. I happen when something comes up, I use it as a challenge. If I hear people are wanting to do stuff, because I like to make things for people. A lot of artists do art for themselves, but I like to do it for people because I just see how much it touches them, and I like to see how it hits them personally. And that's where my enjoyment of art comes out, is seeing how it works for them. So you guys have ideas or comments or anything, Home of Rose Profitt, you can always put like comments and recommendations there. You can send it to our personal business page as well. And we always love to take ideas from people. If you have events, I can't always guarantee anything, but you're more than welcome to just give us a heads up and let us know. And,
how awesome would it be to have like a requested Rose Profitt or Stacey Deal kit? That'd be awesome.
For me, I kind of need like a couple of months notice to get everything, drawn. Like I'm still drawing for your guys' event. I haven't even started drawing for your guys' event yet, but the fact that it was a year long, I didn't have to stress too much.
No,
So that's all coming up as well. But it's a couple of months notice for me.
What's the process of making your art into diamond art?
So what happens? Our artists give us images, and I always size it. So I go in and I have a look. I have a program that I use, and I bring in the images, and I make sure that it's going to look great, because you'll notice we don't have a lot of really, really small sizes. And the reason for that is with artwork, the smaller it is, the less detail you've got. So the bigger you get, obviously more detail. But however, with the bigger you get, you've got to add more color. So you'll know with us, like if you're getting a 50 by 50, it's going to have 50 colors. If you get a 60 by 60, it's going to have 60, so on and so on. So I go in and I make sure they're all going to look like what they're all going to look like. And then we send it off to the supplier and they make up the kit, the canvas, and they send us digital versions back. And Stacey goes through those and makes sure all the symbols are readable and that they're all looking really good and they're not looking too dark. And then they get printed, they get glued and sealed with the seal, and then kitted up pretty much, and then sent to you guys.
Nice.
Yeah,
that is awesome. I was just been having a look on the website recently and just sort of putting out, I like that one, I like that one, I like that one.
You're gonna like some of the theories that are coming up in the future.
I just keep putting stuff in my cart, and when I'm ready to, I'll grab the ones that I want because there are several. There are several there.
We have tried to get a wish list, but we just the people that host the website haven't been able to get the wish list to kind of work into the. So we're sorry about that. I've been working on that for 2 years now. So
wow.
I always say as a suggestion, create a bookmark of RPC, and then you can save all the websites on that bookmark in that file, and then you always have
that's a good idea.
Always come back to it.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Now, does any of your art ever retire? Any of your diamond paintings ever retire, or for the most part they do? Okay.
Yes. So all of my AI created art is actually retiring in August. So anything that I've personally done is at the end of August. It's gone. It's not going to be on the website. It will be if you guys still want it. Like it's still going to be in the vault. We can still get canvases for it. But I'm moving away from that direction in my art journey, and so because I'm quite capable of drawing, and it's just a part of my time. Some of them are 2-3 years old now, and it's time to kind of say goodbye to them. And sadly, that does include a lot of cute dragons, but but I will be probably looking at revamping, like taking some of the AI stuff, things that I've done, having a look at them, and probably recreating them digitally in my program, like my drawing program. So they'll all come hand drawn.
Yeah, and this will be the first year that we kind of are working on retiring with all the artists, just because things have been up for a while. But we'll usually mark it down a little bit or discount it, so that way it'll get a little bit of a break before we actually do that. So those are ways you can tell if it's going to be marked. We haven't done it yet because that's going to be a huge process.
Yes,
it is on the burner. So
we do have some new artists coming. So that's they're very traditional because I'm wanting to balance RPC. Like I always support AI art, I always will, and but I do want to bring a balance to RPC where we have the traditional as well as the AI together. So those that don't want to have AI art, they can have the traditional.
Yeah.
And so I've been out hunting, and because I'm in the art community on TikTok, so I've been keeping an eye on things there. And we do have one that's Shayna. She's if you haven't checked her out, go check her out. She's got some amazing, almost anime style art.
Has been hotel style. The best that I can say it is has been hotel style.
She's absolutely fabulous. And we've got two who are one's more, she does a lot of pencil work, but it's amazing. She just finished a Paddington Bear. I'll see if I can find her for you guys, but she's absolutely phenomenal in what she
How many artists have you got currently?
I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. One I know is commercialized. And The other Shayna Jewel. We've got Rose, me, Libby or Lenny, Sarah Bryce. Jordan's coming on with more images, which is Rose's son. So he does digital art too. We're just waiting for him to get some stuff loaded. And I think that's about it. Let me just double check, make sure. But Rose has some that are lined up as well.
Yeah.
But if you go to the website, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I don't want to bring. I see a lot of businesses, and it's nothing against them, don't get me wrong, who have a stream of artists. And then what happens is the other artists get lost in the fray on whoever's the flavor of the month. And that's not something I want for RPC. Being an artist myself, I want all our artists to be represented. And you can't I feel like I can't do that personally if there's too many. So I keep it. It'll always be no more than 20 artists at any time. And even that's still quite, yeah.
And Hannah Lipsky is the other one.
Yeah. Hannah's on
Okay, I'm just going to say that me and Kat Sparkle and Justin Diamonds are going to fall out. She keeps sending me she just sent me a picture of one of your canvases called Spirit of the Wild by Lenny.
Yeah, that's Libby's. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I need to get that now. I do have a thing for getting wolf canvases, so.
Well, that's awesome.
I'm just trying to find.
So I did jot down people's requests already. So owls, dragons. There was something else that popped up. I'll grab it.
I'm going to show this while you're looking, but yeah, I've just completed this one.
Oh, cute!
That's great.
Oh, nice.
That's nice.
So.
Very nice. My mom's favorite animal was pandas.
Oh, there it is. So this is. Sorry,
right,
I haven't used this tablet for so long. I'm still getting used to it. This is from the new artist that's coming.
Oh, that's cool. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think she brings a different style, and which is what I look for. And I got to meet her on TikTok, and we've become really good friends. So, but yeah, so she's there's a sneak peek for you guys.
You showing something?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the canvas that I'm kitting up. This is the one that I'm doing for, of course I'm doing the Asian all year. And probably the best way to show this will be
Hannah's.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I just pulled out to kit up. So
that was you I ordered that for.
I fell in love with this picture. I love anything Asian art. My thing is I fell in love with Asian historical fiction written from the perspective of women. That's like my thing. And that's what got me started with all this. And then when I started diamond painting, I started discovering there were kits like this. And then I found the Pride, and I thought this would be perfect for Pride. So that's something that's, and I got it pretty big. It's, let's see, this is a 60 by 79. So for purposes,
it's good size.
60 by 80, right?
Yes.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So
probably going to be June and July for me because it's big.
Yeah, when I'm sizing stuff like that, I look for, especially being a portrait photographer, retired now, but I look for detail. I make sure when I'm sizing it that the detail is still there.
Yeah, one of the things I like on this is that it's got a good blend of, there's parts that does have color blocking, but there's also confetti, when you really need those details. I can't see. You guys tell me if you can see some of it.
Oh,
yeah. If I make you big, you release, then you'll get solo.
There you go.
If I can't see because the canvas is in front of my face. but like the faces, there's color blocking. Some of the background is color blocked. Some of the kimonos are color blocked, but then there's also details in the flowers. I just think this is stunning. And I can't wait to start this. This will be my June 1st start. So
nice.
Yeah. I've had it for quite a while, hanging on to it, waiting for Pride this year. So
No,
I've got some theories I'm going to be drawing for Pride. So
great.
Oh, that'll be cool. I can't wait for
really
those.
cool.
Those are gonna be colorful. If I know you, they'll be colorful.
I've got a few Pride kits that I can do this year. Mainly the actual one from Diamond Art Club, which is called Pride, which is the woman painting the animals, and I think she's standing on her. Like you can see the left side of her, but you can see all that. I think it's like the dragon and the wolf and stuff like that. You can see it coming out of the paintwork.
I'll have to look at that one. I don't think I've seen that one.
I did a little one last year. That it's at my office at work. It sits behind me. So when I'm on teaching and things like that from the office, it's there. Oh, thank you so much, Helen. And thank you. Helen was asking how I was feeling. I was very sick for several weeks. And I had shingles. I'm transparent. My life. I wear my heart on my sleeve. That's me. You guys know me. Yeah. And I started getting better, and then I really turned a corner this week. And I actually got to put a bra on today for the first time in 5 weeks. So it's kind of a big deal. Going back to work on the 28th. So thank you all. People have been praying and sending hearts and good vibes and thoughts and all that. And it's really helped, but it's going to take me another week or so to get my strength built back up, because I've been doing nothing but diamond painting for 5 weeks. So
I understand it.
I work on Rainbow Punk that she started last year for Chris Pride event.
Cool. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that again this year. So
yeah, I've been out of the community a lot for the last year, mainly because of my own health. So Eve, I totally understand. So
yeah. I just got my second shingles vaccine, so hopefully
I can't have the shingles shot. So
I had the vaccine, and I got it anyway, and it was actually a more minor case, and it was still horrible. I mean, I didn't have the rash was minimal, but yeah. So, my PSA, my public service announcement: if you're over 50, get your shingles vaccine. Yeah.
Thanks to another vaccine, I can no longer have any. So,
oh boy.
Yeah.
I can show you that Pride kit if you want me to.
Yes, please. Yeah.
I love to see canvases. I have a riding hood and the skull.
Oh, right, with the tiger. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's big, isn't it?
I love how it has the dragon in
it. It is. It's a round kit. I don't often do many rounds, but I have been enjoying it. It's 112 centimeters by 56 centimeters.
Wow.
So 44 inches by 22 inches. That's mad.
I like how canvases are coming out longer but narrower. So like your area that you have the diamond paint is still about the same, but it's just more rolling.
I've got some artwork because I love fairies. I'm not going to lie. There's going to be a lot of fairies coming from me over the next year and a half, maybe 2. But I like some of the series I've got. They're narrow. They're not so much portrait. They're a little bit longer. So you've got a more elongated diamond painting, but they're shorter. I mean, I've always drawn for diamond painting, like for the last 5 years. That's what I've been drawing for. So when I'm drawing, I always take into consideration, now, how's this going to look as a diamond painting? Cat's
just sent me hers.
Yeah, I think Kat had a question. Let me go back and see where I think she was asking. I can't get back to it. I don't know why. I went back too far. That's why. Let's see. It was, do you indicate on your site which canvases were done with AI and which aren't?
No, we don't. And that's purely not because we're trying to be dishonest with anyone. It's purely because there's such a stigma when it comes to AI. And I refuse to put our artists through that stigma. Like, I will protect them as much as I can. There is, if anything, what we do is we section the fact that because I've got both up at the moment. So I have a section that's, Rose's hand drawn. That's the only thing. Unless it states that it's hand drawn, 9 times out of 10, it will be an AI. I think the only 2 traditional artists we've got up there is me and Shayna. So at this point in time, Stacey's a blend. So is a lot of Libby's, where they take the AI image that they've created and they work on it digitally in Photoshop and other programs. So
thing is, even like say, I don't often understand the stigma with it, because it's not like it's just creating an image in AI and that's it. Like say, when you're blending the image and doing that, there's still loads of work involved.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Like Sarah, she puts her photography into the AI. So she uses her own photography as a start. The stigma comes from the fact that when they were training the AI, and I completely understand why the stigma is there, it stole art off Google. So my art got stolen, so people can actually replicate my art quite easily. And that's quite scary for me, and I've had a lot of issues with it, Stacey can tell you. But so they stole art. But when you're creating an AI image, so it scrapes across millions of images to create the image you want. And that's what the hassle is, because none of the artists are getting recognized in any way, shape, or form of their art being used to create the AI art. But I mean, we're talking like maybe a section of a finger might be used on one artist, and so but I do giggle that AI has the same issues that us hand-drawn artists have with hands.
One of the things I've seen some companies doing is putting up something to the effect of responsibly sourced or ethically sourced AI may be used in some images. And when I think of AI, I know people that are just no AI no matter what. Yeah. And I think it truly comes from misunderstanding.
I agree.
They think you're just going and snatching something, having it rendered, and then it's the art. I am not an artist. I cannot draw to save my life. I cannot paint to save my life. You don't even want me to paint the wall. I can't do that. So when I think of someone, and I know companies that do all AI, and when I think of that, someone had to have the knowledge. They had to train the AI, so to speak. They had to blend whatever, pull in a background. I can't even put together something on Canva very well. So when I think about that, I can't just say on an AI program, show me a beautiful drawing of 2 Asian women having a close moment. It's not going to give me any. I can't do that. It's not going to do anything that's going to look good.
I could do it if it was Stickman.
Well, Stickman, yeah, I might be able to do Stickman.
You go, Stacey.
I was just going to say, I can vouch for someone that trained. I was told that, hey, you've got ideas, you should put them in and do AI art. I was like, oh, great. But I have a hard time explaining stuff to get my ideas out there, but I know what I want to create. And I think AI does help with giving you a general guidance of, hey, if you're stuck, these are some ideas that you can get unstuck with. And it's very good at giving you those suggestions and ideas. It's up to the artist when something's generated. And I think this is what, for me personally, and maybe I'm putting my foot in the mouth, but I think for me personally, what makes a good artist is that when you have stuff like that, it's not just about the overall picture, but it's about zooming in and getting those minute details taken care of that AI can't. It's about knowing how to edit the piece in a way that's going to get the image that you want, edit the colors, edit facial features. So you do a lot, cutting out the, making what you created as the main image and putting it maybe on a completely different background that you did, because sometimes I'll do a different background. So it's a lot of mixing and blending and really knowing how to get the brushes to kind of edit as well. So it's a process, and I might put my foot in my mouth, but I think it takes an artist to be able to recognize that to an extent. I've seen other people create images for diamond painting that they want. That as an artist, we see like little details. There's things that get pre out there to, to choose, okay, do I like this or this? And I can't just look at the picture personally. I sit and micro identify it because that's what I do in RPC. And there's so many great images that people are creating that you just don't see anywhere else. And I really think that it's a shame that they can't put, a lot of companies don't like that, or a lot of people don't like that, but it's beautiful art that's being generated. And it takes some time to edit those images and create those images I just feel sorry sometimes for people that do go through all the difficulties and trouble of making the art and not getting the recognition, because it takes a lot of, it might not take as long as someone hand drawing it, but it takes a lot of time to get the specific way you need to word something to get that idea generated so you can work off of it. And I'm not trying to offend anybody, and if I did, I do apologize, but that's just me speaking from the heart and seeing how I can explain it from my perspective. So
I think AI is a really good tool, and I think it's still in its early stages of setting the boundaries and where it's going to support artists as well as not stealing our artwork. Like I spent a year trying to get my drawing style into AI. So for me, that was just, I was very sick. I didn't have the energy to sit and draw. And so AI was a good way of me getting my art out there. But it's a useful tool if you're a visual thinker and you're an artist, or you're a photographer and you're trying to see how a pose is going to look, or it is very valuable. And I will always support the artists that do use AI, because I don't feel they deserve the hate that they're getting.
Yeah. I think these conversations are important. Definitely. And I wish more people were able to hear them, and hopefully people will come and watch the replay.
I think that's the problem. I think with people, when it comes to AI, they just, a lot of the time they hear the bad publicity that AI artists get and they just follow it without knowing what actually goes into making the artwork by an AI artist. So I think more people do need to understand. I didn't fully understand, so I thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, I think also, each person creating, we can't evaluate how they're doing the work or how much time they're spending on it. But I just think, as in the chat, that there needs to be like an ethical or moral effort to put yourself as an artist into the art that you're creating. And while I use AI, a lot of stuff is pulled from people.
I get accused of it all the time. Like I will post on digital groups, and the first thing people say to me is, "Oh, that's AI," even on TikTok. But they don't go and actually watch the videos that are me drawing it. Like, I will do like a zoom in and you can see me drawing, or I have it on record so that as I'm drawing, it's recording a video. people don't go and see that. They just automatically see it. And because it's a style that AI has, a lot of people have used in AI, but that's my natural style. They automatically just assume that's AI. And I'm a blending queen. No offense, I'm not swinging my own chain, but Stacey will tell you, I blend my artwork because I'm very meticulous on my stuff looking a certain way.
Yeah, I think part of the misunderstanding is people don't know the difference between digital art and AI.
Yeah.
They think that anything digital is AI, and that's where I think the biggest misunderstanding is.
And they rely on the checkers, the AI checkers, and they're not always right, because my hand-drawn stuff can flag up as 100% AI when it's not. When it's, I've got video proof that I've drawn it, and it still gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like me to show you your slideshow? So Stacey and Rose sent me a slideshow, so I wanted to share with you all. This is all available now, isn't it?
These are new releases that we held off just for the live.
Oh, that's amazing.
They just went on the website today. I made it live, and we've got some more releases that are coming out. So as Rose and I do releases, and whoever else does, we'll just send them your way, and you're more than happy to share them if you like. But yeah,
you guys are next on my list after a couple of ones. I've got 2 more to do, and then you're next.
No worries. I'm going to share it. I'll go to full screen. And I'm going to play. Well, I can't pause, slow it down, so I will just pause it on each one.
Oh, those are so cute.
So everyone can have a look. That's gorgeous.
Sarah, I completely understand that. I'm definitely takes. I work on mine for weeks.
Oh boy, I'm in trouble.
Yes. That Yuki Saru and Dragon's Keeper are just incredible.
Yeah, she did a good job.
Really cool.
Those are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Then Sanctuary. Wow.
They're so cute.
They came out so adorable.
I think my favorite ones out of those is the snake, but they are all awesome.
I like Sammy.
That is incredible, Stacey.
Oh, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous.
We're all going to be bankrupt by the end of the month. We know that.
Yeah. Just when I need some more Asian kids.
Those are stunning as well. I do love the Blossom. Is it
Dreams and Peace?
Blossom Dreams and Peace, yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, that was so great. I knew there was a surprise, but I didn't know what it was. Yeah, I knew there was a surprise. I didn't know what it was. And it was just, there's more. Oh, that is fantastic.
So I don't know if many people know, but the canvases you can order they come in different sizes. You can order square or rounds. The squares are resin, the rounds are acrylic, and you can order them in ABs or crystals or both. So that's always an option. We'll eventually get some accessories on there to order some extras, but yeah, it's basically you can customize the camp as much as you can with the sizing and the drills. So that's
metallic
with the canvases, you can add it says you can add ABs and you can add crystals.
Yeah.
You say you're looking at adding a few more variations soon.
Yeah, so you can you can already do ABs and crystals together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We are looking at, I've been testing out the metallics from our supplier. Absolutely amazing. So they'll most likely be added very soon. And we are looking at the fairy dust, but we're coming up with a different name for ours. Ones as well. So you'll be able to kind of, the whole idea is as much as the supplier will allow us, we will mix and match. Like I've got canvases down on my table where I've said to our supplier, just throw everything at it. So I've got metallic, crystal, AB, and fairy dust, and I think neon and one Michelle's doing. So it just kind of is a good way to test the drills, and it's how we do our quality control. Is we have a small team that get the canvases, and we can make sure that they're going out and that they're looking good. So
yeah.
Wow,
and we'll also have them on the website as accessories to order. So if people want to add like additional ones that they want to chart themselves, they'll be added in there. It takes a lot of time to get the pricing in and figure everything out, especially with what's going on in the world today. So
yes,
yeah. I do see that you have on your website, you have shipping is free.
Yes.
So shipping is included with the kit, and is that worldwide? Is that correct? Yes. Worldwide shipping.
With everything that's going on, not to bring political into it, we haven't upped our prices yet because we're still not sure how we're going to do it. We don't want to up the prices. Yeah. So the whole tariff thing has us a little bit on edge. We won't lie. And it's affecting a lot of small businesses and especially our diamond painting companies. So we don't have a clear answer for that. We would love to be able to say, hey, we're going to pay the tariff, but that would be putting like 150% markup almost. I think it's 145, I think. And I'm not prepared to do that to our customers, and I'm not prepared to do it as a company either. So we're still navigating that water, and I'm still hoping that that's going to change very soon. And I'm trying to be very politically correct because I have a lot of very heated things I could say on the comment, but yeah, I won't.
What I can say is, as the person that does the orders, when things get priced just before we actually I'm monitoring like how much all the costs are and stuff, and right now we're okay. Whether or not the tariffs are going to hit or how that's going to affect, as long as we can work it within what we have priced right now, we, like Rose said, we don't want to change it. So it is being monitored to see how it's affecting us before we start doing anything with the pricing.
Yeah, we're just trying to navigate the water of it.
We'll put the word out. It just depends if people are doing like bulk orders for events, because we have that, or if they're ordering multiple canvases as opposed to just one. I like to say if it's just like one at a time being ordered, because it's not going to change the price of the canvas how many you order at one time. That we won't see as much of an effect as if someone's ordering like a bulk of canvases. So cross the fingers.
Okay, so we better say if I was going to order 4 canvases, to order one Monday, one Tuesday, one Wednesday, one Thursday.
Yeah.
I think they ship them out monthly anyway. But what our supplier does is they'll weigh the cost of seeing if it's less expensive to put it all in one box, or as few boxes as they can. If that costs less shipping wise, then we'll do it that way. And it just helps us as a company where we work together to maintain our pricing, but still adhere to what their shipping concerns are. So we'll just monitor.
I know that your pricing is in Australian, so I've gone out on Google and grabbed myself a currency converter on my phone. So it's always there. So in 30 seconds, I can see what the cost is going to be to me. And that, because that includes the taxes and the shipping, it's a flat rate.
Yeah.
I think it's important that we let people know that. That's why I'm mentioning it.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
The reason why we've done it that way is because I've been in the diamond community for 10 years. So, and I've navigated some very, very, very difficult websites. So there is nothing worse than when you're buying something, getting to your cart and finding out that, oh, there's the shipping cost, there's this tax added to it, there's all of that. So it's all included in the prices for everybody, regardless of where you are in the world, because that way there's no horrible little nightmare surprises when you go to check out.
Yeah, I think it's a good way of doing things. Kat was asking, what's the turnaround time after you ordered before you get your parcel?
So I put in orders usually Sundays or Mondays, mostly Mondays. Sometimes I'll wait until like Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how things are going. But majority of the time it's Mondays at the latest, Sundays or Mondays at the latest. What'll happen is that they'll get the images and then they'll start working on rendering the images, and then the images get sent back to me to get proofed. And sometimes, depending if the situation, Rose will look into it as well, and then we'll send it back. As long as it doesn't require any type of editing, they'll start the printing process. So we usually say about 10 to 14 business days for all of that process for a tracking number to go through. Okay. So it's a lot, and it's been consistent. So it's a very smooth process. The only time it's going to take longer is when they close for Chinese New Year, of course, and then they've got to catch up. So those took about, I think, a month and a half for us to catch up.
Yeah, and they have more public holidays than we do. So
yeah. So I just have to try and get the orders out prior. And then usually I'll let people know if I'm not ordering on a Monday and it's like a Thursday, because then it's like their weekend. I'll usually email the person and let them know, hey, I just want to let you know I just put in your order to go. So that way they have kind of a time frame to count it. But it's a very communicative thing that we have. And we always, like, if you have questions or anything on your canvases, reach out to us. If you want to see your proofing, because I'll usually post, I haven't done it for a while, but I'll usually post it back on the business page so you guys can see how it's rendered with the charting. But if there's something that you want to see, like, directly to you, just message and I can email it to you.
Yeah. Has anybody in the comments got any questions for Stacey and Rose?
I know I was really surprised with how quick it got here, because at the time I didn't know if it was shipping from Australia. It was here in maybe 3 weeks from when I ordered. It was really fast. Yeah.
And it goes directly from the supplier drop ships them. So that's why we don't have them like on hand, and why you guys have the choice of being able to order whatever it is, size wise and drill wise.
Yeah. Yeah, I
think
that's the thing. If you were to store canvases in a certain size, you'd end up having a backlog of canvases that people may not order.
Right.
Every canvas that goes out is freshly printed, freshly glued, and freshly kitted up. It is not stored at all.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And our supply that Lucy's been with us for
2 years, 2.5
a year and a half now, nearly 2 years, and she's on the ball. Like, we can't fault her. She communicates with us. She's accidents happen. We're all human, and but it's rectified super quick. Like,
yeah.
If you run out of drills, which should not happen because we've got extra drills in each kit, but if it is, if you have any issues like that, you just let us know and it's sorted. And no shipping charges added for anyone in the world at this point in time.
That's
everyone after this live's finished, or even now, get on to Rose Profitt Creations and get those canvases in your basket.
And you guys have
and then as soon as I can, I will be.
We have a lot of exciting things planned for the next few years, and we're slowly implementing them. And it's been exciting to come. Like I launched, and then we've had a few massive hiccups, and to get to where we are now, where we're on top of it, and and we're back and we're rolling, and we've not left. We just took a little bit of a quiet time to sort out the issues that were, there was teething problems and there was supplier issues, but they're done, they're sorted. We've got this, like I said, we've got this amazing supplier. Yes, I can give you an estimate, definitely. We do customs too, guys. So if you've got artwork, if it's somebody else's art, you must have permission of the artist. Just a heads up.
Yep. I was going to say, you guys have a discount code to use too for the event.
You do?
Yeah. So you can save a little
Oh,
bit.
it's on the Facebook. So I'll double check now.
Did you need me to check it again for you? Thank you. So yeah, and you guys also on the main page, when you go into the diamond painting or I think it says products or something or new, there's categories. So if you go to events, this event will be listed in there, and then any art related to it, but it's not going to include like every little single thing that's influenced. It's mostly the cultural art that'll go into that. Because I've been reading and stuff that, like, there's things that I wouldn't even think of that's tied into like angels and stuff that are tied into the Asian culture. And so just keep on the lookout if you guys just browse, throughout the whole website.
There is a discount code for 15% off. I'm not going to say what it is because you have to be part of the Asian event to use it.
Got it.
Oh, that's a cute dog.
I won't say what it is either.
What's your dog called, Rose?
This is Cola.
Cola.
She's just decided
I was looking away. I looked up and there's a little person there.
Yeah, she kind of killed it, sliced her way up. Hey. Yeah.
And do you have any pets, Stacey?
I have a dog and we have 2 bunnies. 2, I think they're 5-month-old bunnies. We just got the bunnies.
I saw the bunnies on your Facebook today. I was looking.
Cute.
Aww, yeah.
I wasn't sure what they were when you first said you gotten 2 babies, and I'm like, are those cats? And then I looked and I saw they were bunnies. They're bun. Yes.
Yeah, our bunnies, and then our dog. So it's old.
Yeah, we have a cat. I don't know where he's run off to. I'll probably outside with Dad. So that's where you see.
I've got 2 adoptive cats. So when I'm at Angels, I have Jet and Freddy. But when I'm at home, I don't have any pets at all.
Oh, what about you, Eve? Do you have any?
Kathy and I have 2 cats. We have Julian Mayfair, who's also known as Juju. And then we have Tarquin Blackwood, who is also known as Quinn, or we always call him Quinn or Quinny. And those names actually come from out of the books that were written by Anne Rice.
Yes, I was thinking I would recognize them.
Yep.
Yes.
They I believe Julian Mayfair is in the first The Witching Hour book. Is where that name comes from, Uncle Julian. And then Tarquin Blackwood is from Blackwood Farms, where Anne Rice's witches and vampires meet. It's really, I read them, 20 something years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while since I read them too.
They were so good. Yeah. Oh, you had a guinea pig that liked to bite. Yikes.
I just, Mutt Nuts had 2 guinea pigs and 3 cats.
I love the sound that guinea pigs make. I do love guinea pigs, but I can only be around them in certain circumstances because they can't be anywhere near hay. I know hay is a prominent source of bedding for them.
Yeah.
And weirdly, when people say, "Oh, I have hay fever," I'm allergic to hay, which is not one of those things you'd normally find out. But yeah, I decided that I would help for a charity. But locally to where I live, they've got a city farm, and I donated some of my time to sort of help clean out and look after the site for a day. But in doing so, I helped clean out the horses. And as soon as I started, within 5 minutes, I was outside. All my arms were red raw and blotching, and I couldn't breathe properly.
Oh.
And spent half an hour outside, and it started to go down after having some what are they called?
Antihistamines.
Antihistamines.
Yeah. Wow.
And I don't know what caused that. And he ran some straw down my arm, and instantly it started to go red again. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm allergic to then.
Yeah, no.
I have an autoimmune disease that makes my body think it's allergic to everything. So, yeah, I'm the queen of antihistamines.
Yeah.
We, Kathy and I, we have, I'm not sure exactly the status right now, a small shop, Puppy Pie Pours, and Kathy started pouring resin about 10 months ago and doing trinket trays and all different things. And it turns out she's horrifically allergic to epoxy resin.
Oh, no.
And she started with her hands itching, and it was absolutely awful. She's still healing. She hasn't poured in weeks. And where we go with the business is in flux right now. And then I got sick. So it's been, she had to actually go get tested, and they tested her for everything. They put the little patches on you for the allergies.
Yeah, I've done all those.
Yeah, she's allergic to dust mites and epoxy resin. That's it.
Oh, no.
So we have to, we're doing some reevaluating and looking at other kinds of resin. UV resin and polyurethane and things like that to see what she might be able to do. We'll see what we can do. So, yeah.
Oh, no, I understand that process. I'm actually in remission, or not quite. I'll be in remission in June if I keep going the way I am. So.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. I've been high free for 2.5 months now.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time in 3 years, nearly 4 years. So.
Wow. Because the anything itching can just drive you mad. It's just, it's madness. Now that I'm saying it, my ankle's starting to itch for no reason.
Yeah. I would wake up with great big deep red welts, like it's like hives, but it's bone deep.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very, very exhausting, which is one of the reasons why I've been very, very quiet over the last 12 months, because I was trying to focus on getting it under control. And then my mum passed away, and so that didn't help matters.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so but it's all good. I've 2.5 months high free, and I'm starting to come back, and Stacey's relieved.
Yeah, I need her back.
Yeah.
We have to take care of our.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We have to take care of our health first.
Yes.
We have to take care of our health first, and so often, people put that on a back burner. I probably could have gone back to work last week, or go back. I could go back on Monday, and I just had to say, you know what, I'm going to stay with that extra week because I didn't know that I was going to all of a sudden turn the corner and I'm not in pain anymore. And it's in a moment's notice, we can go from fine to really not good.
Yeah.
And I think by taking care of my physical health, it's helped me to take care of my mental health. My mental health really took a toll because of the physical illness, because I'm not working. I work in the mental health field and as an educator, and it's where a lot of my self-worth is tied up in my work, and I'm like not doing anything. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind diamond painting 12 hours a day. I love what I do. I miss my work team and all that. And it's just, I need to get back, but I need to get back when I'm able to do quality work. I don't want to go back and be a total mess. So, yeah.
Yeah, no,
So you were saying earlier, Rose, that you don't really get much time to diamond paint. Do you diamond paint much, Stacey?
I do. Oh, yeah, I do. But I also have a job. I have a daughter that's special needs. I'm a single parent. We go to temple and therapy, and like I have a full schedule of stuff. So like for me to get diamond painting, and I usually do it when I work because I'm on the phones working. So that's when I get most of my diamond painting done. And it also keeps my mind off of the customers. But when I don't want to do household chores, I'll diamond paint as well.
Household chores, what are those? Since I started diamond painting?
Yeah, diamond painting.
I can't draw and diamond paint at the same time, so it's just working and diamond painting doesn't happen.
Yeah, so now I come in my bedroom and work, so I'm not near the diamond painting because that will be where my focus is.
Yeah, I just finished a canvas in 2 weeks. I've never done that. Never banged out a canvas.
Neither have I. Not at all.
Yeah. and
now Squish opens his mouth. Working is the operative word there.
Right.
So what other events have you got coming up then?
I have June Pride with Squish. I'm pretty sure we're still together. And then I do the June Pride. Him and I do the Retro Cult Classic every February, which is so I love doing that one. Yeah. So those are the two that I do.
I normally do a Doctor Who event, but I didn't last year, and I won't be this year either. Just the fact that I've had so much going on with Mackenzie and like trying to draw as well. And talking about Mackenzie, here she comes. She's like, she knows it's Easter Bunny Day.
Right, because you're in the future, right? You're tomorrow.
Yes, Sunday. Sunday. Yeah.
Yes, happy Easter to you and everyone that celebrates, and also happy last days of Passover to anyone that celebrates Passover as well. Yeah.
I'm going to have to go, guys, because I'm going to have to go and change her nappy.
No worries.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Rose.
Oh, thanks for having me. Change your bottom, change your nappy.
You guys are on like all day when you do these lives?
It's normally for a couple of hours.
Bye, guys. Sorry, gotta go.
Bye, Rose. Thank you so much.
That's cool. So I'll probably end up.
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's better. I don't know what that's doing about. Yeah, normally our lives will go on for about sort of 2 hours. Yeah, they're fun, but that's why I've moved my lives out. That's why I moved my lives to sort of an hour early from 10 p.m. to 9 p.m. for me on UK time. Just because if it was like sometimes we'd start at 10, and I remember a few times the live went on later, and then after the live had ended, Eve, Tracy, and Kat would have been chatting as well, and And then a couple of those, it was going on until like 2 in the morning. I'm like, I've got to go to bed because it's 2 in the morning for me.
Right.
I hear you.
Right. It's a Saturday evening here, and I'm just, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I got a dog that's really needy. A dog that probably needs to eat dinner because it's like 5:30 our time right now, so almost 5:30.
Stacy, I'm not sure if you're aware, and if you could also pass the message on to Rose. One of the things that we decided with doing this event is sponsors are absolutely able to participate and win giveaways. So
even if it's like putting one drill down each month, it counts as progress.
Yeah, the rules are very simple. We do have a form that you fill out, a Google form. It's all under the featured tab. There's rules, a Google form, and then every month post some project on something. It could be a half a mini. It could be, a couple drills on a canvas. And then we do the last week of the month, the last Saturday of the month, we do the sponsorship for that particular month, because some sponsors are sponsoring all year, some are just sponsoring a handful of months. And then the second Saturday of the month, we do the giveaways from the previous month. So anybody that submitted progress, that's filled out the Google form, as long as it's a licensed kit. And then,
cool.
People that are in it just for fun, that are doing, more budget-friendly kits that may not be licensed. We understand that's what some people are able to do. They can be in it for fun, and then we have pop-up giveaways and things. So, yeah.
Is this your first year doing it, or is this like a yearly thing for you guys?
This is the first event me and Eve have done.
Yes.
And instead of most people, we'll do a month, we'll do 2 months. We're going, let's do it for the entire year, because we've both got enough canvases to last the entire year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It won't be it won't be doing it each year, but it may be like, I don't know, every couple of years, or maybe like a shorter one. Not next year, but the year after, we could do a shorter event.
There you go.
It's been fun so far doing this event. It's been good fun.
Yeah, and it's interesting because we've only done giveaways for 3 months. It seems like we've been working on it a while, but it started out. I don't have a channel, and it started out. I had just said I had an idea to do just for 2025. All I'm going to do is Asian kids, themed kids. And Adam said, "Why don't we do an event?" And I was like, yeah, we could let's just do a DP along. We won't have prizes or sponsors or anything. We'll just do a cool, chilled out DP along. Well, it took on a life of its own. And Angel's involved, and then Kat, who's Sparkle Dust and Diamonds, and then Tracy Cook is also involved. They are the backbone. Angel, Kat, and Tracy are the backbone of this team. We could never do it without them. The next thing we know, we have 55 sponsors. We're giving away 22 prizes a month, and it just
that's a lot.
And then when we do our lives as well, whenever we do the prize draw lives, there's also between 3 and 4 pop-up prizes for those that are just in the live itself.
Yep. Anyone attending. And then we have the whip parade. If you go onto the Facebook group, Kat, the whip parade is so good.
It is really good.
Everybody that's working is put in. So we also have the hashtag just in it for fun. We do she does a trivia question, and so far, Tanis, who's on today, has won the trivia. It's Asian history or something, or information. Tanis has won all 3 months in a row.
Oh wow!
She's up on her. She's studying whatever's been put up to look at. So, and thank you, Kat.
A year-long Pride event would be quite good, Chris.
I think that would be a great idea.
I think he's thinking about the retro event. I'll make that a year long. Everybody loves
I can't say it's for sure, but Mia has mentioned, I don't know that it's for sure. Mia has mentioned a year-long anything with a cat of any kind in it event. Because how many of us have kids that have cats in them? Lots of people. So that could happen. So I think, and it's fun because most of my kits I can do for something else because I like doing Christopher says, Yet. That's Russian for no. Do a year-long anything. Yeah.
Christopher always keeps me on my toes.
Yes, Tanis is the trivia queen. Tanis has also been winning. Tanis, I don't know if you were even still on. She won last night on Timaw's weekly live. So Tanis needs to run down and get a lottery ticket. Yeah. I have enough cats for 2 years. Or this is what I've been saying. And, sometimes, I know we kind of stay away from the political and about the tariffs. It's no longer political. It's business.
Yeah.
And I don't shy away from political. So I've made this statement. I have enough kids to last me until we have a new president. That's my statement. So I have enough kids for probably the rest of my life, to tell you the truth. But that doesn't mean I'm not getting more.
Sorry. I just started unloading like a lot of my kids out of storage and stuff. And I was like, I didn't want to start like a big kit. I'm just like, I just want to get through all my little easy kits to do. And that way I can get them done and it'll keep me busy when I'm distracted over here. And it'll be the same amount of time as a big kit. So I think I just did my Alphaba and then I'm working on, I don't know what I'm working on. I can't remember what I'm working, but I'm working on another kit. And then I think I've got 2 Randalls. I have the Gathering of Dragons with the long one. And then I have I think a small one to do. So I might pull out the small one just so I have something right now. And then who knows, I might order one of mine. I like working on mine because I make them so I can work on them. So
I've got Moon, which is a Sailor Moon canvas, which I've got like the last row to do on that. I've just finished that one. I have a small dragon kit to do and the bane of my life kit. It is the Mystery Machine from DA's Down Out Club. It has 20 bags of 307 drills. And the area I'm at the minute, which is pretty much the start of the canvas, it's all checkerboard. But it's checkerboard that is forced to be checkerboard. Rather than, I know some people like to do checkerboarding as a sort of a way to do their diamond art, but to have that as the only way to do it is kind of like, don't do it, put it away.
Yeah.
I have one from Dreamer Designs. It's not Asian related, unless I can figure out how to tie it in. But it's the Lost in the Right Direction, I think is what it was, and it's more graphical pop art style, I would say. I've been wanting to work on that one because that one just looks like a bunch
Lost.
It's called Lost in the Right Direction, and it's from Dreamer Designs.
As we all go look.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I stopped doing events just because I was running RPC while Rose was out on my own. It was just too much to go to people's events and to keep remembering to chime in. Does that say Lost in the Right Direction? I think that's it. It looks like it, yeah. So it just had a lot of graphical things that I thought would be really cool. But I had pulled out because I wanted to work on one of my events for one of the fall Halloween things that I was told I can't because it was my art and it was self-promotion. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I kind of just pulled out of everything. And I just focused on the business stuff.
If you want to do any diamond art within this event, you can do whatever kits you want. If you've got events because you're one of our sponsors, if you've got events that are going off or things that with Rose Profitt Creations that are going off, put it in the group. Yeah. and at least then the people in the group can see, and hopefully you can sort of get some more traction to your stores.
Well, thank you. And then we've got your stuff, your event on our events section, so that'll be available all year too. And anytime we put something up Asian related, we'll definitely put you through. But one thing I didn't realize was like there's like Buddhists, and I think India. I'm not like, don't ask me geography, but there's a lot of other stuff that comes up that I didn't even think of. So
with ours, it's not just like Far East Asia, it's all of the continent of Asia, and everything that ties in with the sort of Asian, so Chinese zodiacs and stuff like that. So if you like I say, it's harder to find a kit that doesn't work for our event than the one that does. So like cats are lucky in China, so that's part of it. Wolves and dragons.
So there's plenty of stuff out there outside of the event page, and we do have zodiacs. So I'll put the zodiacs on there. Sarah Bryce did a really good series of them.
Any animals from the Chinese zodiac, you could be doing a horse, like a Chuck Pinson with a horse in it, and there is a year of the horse. So, we're very broad.
And I think there's one. The most recent ones we've checked to see are owls. They work. Mermaids work. Vampires work, and butterflies.
Angels, sea turtles. I did a Russian Duchess. There's anything from the countries on the Indian subcontinent, Malaysia. There's anything, any of the Islamic designs would count because much of Malaysia is Islamic. They're doing a Disney canvas event, the Mulan. I actually, and I'm not a Disney person, I actually bought a Disney kit. I think it's called Into the Light because they're sending out the lanterns, the floating lanterns, anything with lanterns, anything with cherry blossoms, lotus, bamboo. It kind of goes on. Or and Kat saying any art from an Asian artist. Margaret Morales is Filipino. Mrs. Butterdee is Filipino. So anything from an artist of Asian heritage. So, and Crashly's here. Hi. Well, there you go. There she is.
I'm right here. Wow. Thank you. You're more than welcome. You can just on Facebook is fine. Stacy's Ritzy DP Crafts. I have a business one, but it's easier to get me on the Facebook, the regular one.
And Crashly is also one of our sponsors.
Yes.
Crashly has been busy signing artists, lots and lots of artists, and she has new release papers coming out all the time. So definitely check that out. Go check
We've definitely
out.
Got some incredible sponsors for this event.
Yeah, we do. I was looking at them all. All right, we'll talk. Snickerbeak is one of my I want to say my quirky ostrich that's just like exploding with colors.
Now I have to go look for that.
I
All I do is put in CR and it comes right up.
Oh, with Crashly's, yeah. I think that's not with RPC. That's with another company. I have two different companies. 2 or 3 other companies I'm licensed with. But yeah, definitely. We can talk, Crashly. Not a problem.
If Angel is here, she can come and relieve me because my leg is starting to cramp up, so she can have a chat with you for a little bit.
Oh, no worries. I'll stop for a little bit longer, but I do have to stop making dinner soon. If you want me to.
Kathy ready for playing D&D online tonight. So.
Is she doing it online?
Yeah, we've actually started just some of the preliminary things. that will eventually become a Dungeons and Dragons and Diamonds campaign that she's going to create for the diamond painting community. So right now we're creating characters. Our cats are going to be characters. So we can, as she develops a campaign, I don't even play. We can play here at the house so she can practice. We're talking at least a year out on this, at least. But I think it's going to happen. The ideas are kind of endless. You know, you find a treasure chest and it's got like $10,000 worth of Timor bling in it or something. You know, like those kind of things. It's really, it's going to be a good one. So
what's a Boo Buddy?
That's another piece that I created with another company. So I had done. I was doing I call them bubble monsters. So they're different images that have bubbles in them. And he came up that I was creating, and it was just like, it reminded me of Monsters Inc. So Sully, I think, is it in Monsters Inc., the big blue guy?
Yeah.
So
I
it's
see
just
him.
like blue monster with bubbles. It brings me like happiness. So like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's just things that brought happiness to me. Like, yeah. So
is it on Crashly's store?
No, I think that's what she's wanting to talk about. That one is through I believe Diamond Painting Bling Art.
Yeah, and I've never heard of Diamond Painting Bling Art. This is a new company.
Yeah, I've got 3 and Rose's 4 companies I'm licensed with. So it's really hard to get, I do my art in batches because it's like once I get things out, it's just like I just need a reset. So
been on for an hour.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to take a small break, and Angel's going to chill with you for a little bit. Hopefully, unless you don't want.
I don't mind. It's all about your guests, so I can stay in the background. Are you in the background now?
No, I'm on the screen.
He's in the foreground.
Can I have a chat with her?
Yeah, I think, Crash, when did I ordered some release papers from you. I forget. I think they were from the retro event, the very first one we did. But yes, I'm a hot mess.
Hey everyone.
I think at almost all times, most of us have a package on the way from Crashly. It's like every time somebody says I have a package on the way from Crashly, I'm like, so do I.
Yep.
She had Mama G.
I know her style has changed on the paper she used from way before. So I was looking at that. I love the way the new ones are.
There's always many within arm's reach right here at the table, either way.
Yeah.
In fact, here I have right here in front of me, I have the ones that she did for this event.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the colors in this. Yeah. And they're still available. Also, she did a, let's see if I have it there. There. Yeah, there's the cover minder too.
Hang on, Eve. I'll make it bigger. Do you want to show the release paper again?
Yeah.
Crash, I can't remember your memory for that far ago.
Wow, Adam just got more prettier all of a sudden.
Do not look at how grown out my nails are.
Hi, Sandy.
It's bad.
Hi, Chocolate Diamond. All done. Someone like to see my mug, my tumbler. See if it.
Oh, that's cute. Don't be. That's cute.
Oh yeah.
Adam got much prettier all of a sudden. Because you stepped in.
Angel, how are you feeling, my dear?
It's slowly healing. I haven't been checked because I'm a wuss, and I feel like they're going to make it worse and cut a massive hole in it again. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, It's all good. I'm still breathing. I'm still alive.
Okay. I'm like, go get some antibiotics. Yeah.
What was it? What did you say? Oh, sorry. I've not signed you already, woman. That mug is perfect for rude, crude, nude, and dark. Trust me, Christopher, I've got a few more.
Rich just said Adam just got prettier all of a sudden.
You should put your tutu on for Rich.
I need to buy a tutu, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh, if Adam puts on a tutu, Crashly, snap a picture. That'll be the next. Those will be the next release papers.
Yes.
I'll buy a tutu.
Those can go in the community section.
You can make me some personalized release papers.
And what about like Adam and Rich with their eyeliner going, "Let's rock"?
When is that video coming out? The guyliner video Rich is going to do.
You have to ask Rich because I think Adam's still waiting for that.
That is so funny with the tutu because that's what Rose has been trying to put on me. She keeps threatening that she's going to do a tutu image of me. She hasn't done it yet.
Is talking
That's
about
funny that came up.
I'll make a tutu.
Live, so that would be next Sunday. Oh my God.
Liz says, Adam, go and get your tutu on. You've got to get a tutu now. Get one from eBay or something.
And Crashly says he doesn't
get a crown as well. And your wand. You can be a princess. I'm going to make Adam look like a princess. Next Saturday, the 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, 1,000 subscribers. That's when we're doing the eyeliner.
Tutu! I was looking forward for the tutu.
So for those that may not know, next Saturday night, and Rich, if you could put the time in for us, there is the one.
Oh, that was a quick break.
Rich went to 1,000 subscribers fast, and he is going to be doing his 1,000 subscriber group. So we're very excited for that. So if anybody, if you could just remind us of the time, Rich. I know it's on my calendar, but I don't have it in front of me right now. So, and that is speaking of diamonds. 6 p.m. Central, so it's going to be 7 Eastern, which is going to be midnight GMT. Is that right? 7 Eastern will be midnight GMT. So if you are in Europe, plan on staying up late. That's going to be a fun one.
There you go, Rich. That is the link to Richard's live, which will be the eyeliner live.
Yeah.
Eyeliner live.
The eyeliner live, and I think there's going to be lots of other surprises, I heard. So, and I know with Rich and the crowd that he attracts, we can get pretty wild. It can be pretty fun. I don't know who was able to attend Rich's auction, but that was an absolute blast.
It really was.
That was so good.
I've just done the unboxings on my kits that came from Richard's auction. One of them it's a smaller version of the one that's next to your Sakura Festival, Eve. Do you know the one to the?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, it's that one, but it's a smaller version, so it's not. It only goes down to. You only slightly get the blue at the bottom of the canvas. You don't get the woman or anything.
Yeah, I think it cuts off about to here, something like this. It was the one that it was DAC on Amazon.
Yeah.
Cressy wants to know why I'm wearing such smexy lip liner and stuff. Because I finally felt well enough to put some makeup on today. And usually I I have a full beat going. You know, I usually do a full makeup when I'm on camera. You guys have been seeing me looking pretty rough lately. It's just what makes me feel good. So I love my makeup. So yes, and it's just for you, Crashly. I am a glam gal. Although I'm going to start going for a no makeup look. And I'm trying to get a hold of something affordable. I want to do geisha makeup. And the kits are so expensive. So I haven't gotten it yet. So hopefully we'll see. Maybe before the year's out, I'll get that figured out. So, and I've been looking up different kimono jackets and things on Etsy, and they're priced either so low that I'm afraid they're going to be crap, or they're really expensive. Real kimono, forget it, thousands and thousands of dollars. But yeah, so anyway.
Well, I'm going to say that I'm going to head off in a second, just because this is my last night with Angel.
Oh,
and I want to spend a little bit of time with her before I go home tomorrow. Just want to say a massive thank you to Stacey and Rose that was on earlier for coming on and showing us the amazing artwork and letting us sort of get more acquainted with you. And
definitely, it was nice. I appreciate you asking us to help sponsor as well as having us on the live. So we'll do a reverse roll, and I hear there's payback coming. Rose.
Yeah, there's payback for getting Rose out of bed at 5 in the morning.
Oh, this was 5 a.m. for her? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. Wow.
We do it because we love her.
Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to going onto the site and like really digging in on those new releases. Everybody check out those new releases on Rose Profitt. Stacey, thank you so much. Hopefully we'll get to see you on another one of the 4 p.m.
What I'll do as well, I will pin your slideshow onto the Asian themed DP Along page. And then if people do want to go and have a look at it, they can do.
Yeah, remember, go to the sponsor list because there's a discount code and free shipping. And you have to do the currency conversion. So the
PayPal will do it for you, though. If you use PayPal, it'll convert it for you, too. So
yeah. Just so when you see a price, don't go, because it's in Australian. It's considerably less in US dollars. So,
yeah. So we're out for dinner. It's dinner time, Crashly, not morning for me. It's morning for Rose. But yes, we'll definitely talk.
What we're waiting for, Crashly?
Oh, Crashly has something to show Adam.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. I gotta go.
Okay, Stacey, we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Thank you so much. So I've been asked to stall. Wait, isn't that what the directors do? So does anybody have any questions about the event or what's coming up next? I know that on the 3rd of May, Grateful Pop will be here. Anybody else that you want to announce that's going to be here? Any other sponsors that are coming on as guests?
So we have the next one. No, wrong spreadsheet. All right, so where are we there? So next week we are announcing our prizes for the month of April, and then the week after that we have Grateful Pop coming on for a live guest. So yeah, that's going to be super fun.
Yeah, and then the week after that will be the April giveaway. So start getting your progress in on the
really Crashly. What? God's sake, I'm going to share it because that's too funny.
What? Oh my God! Yes.
Take care, Sandy.
Are you blushing? Ashley, you made him blush.
Right, you ready?
I'm all leaned in so I can see it. Oh my God, that's so good. That is so good.
I'm saving that.
All serious and looking punk with his pink tutu on. Release paper. Oh my God.
He's blushing. Look at him.
So, thank you, Presley. That was so good. Doretta has a question.
Well, Chocolate Diamonds, if you want to send me a message either to the Asian theme DP line or privately as you have been before, I will have a look. But if it's anything to do with a lion, I would guess so.
Leo Warrior. That's what I thought.
My phone background. I've started something. Woohoo!
Pat, behave. I'm not doing a proper prize. See you soon, Christopher.
Oh, I'm looking for Doretta. And Doretta, that's a yes. There's a lion there. That would be a yes.
I dare you, Ashley.
I have his address and everything. Hi, Christopher. So I am going to go ahead and jump off as well before I get anybody else in trouble. And that's that. You were dared, yes. I'll twerk on it right meow. Yes. So I'm going to jump off. Happy holidays for anyone that's celebrating any holidays this weekend. And if you have
there's still time, but there's still time.
It's gorgeous here. So I am going to jump off. Adam, thank you so much. This was great.
Thank you.
This was fantastic.
It was good fun.
I'm going to go jump into YouTube and see if we're on for a few more minutes. I know you said you needed to go, so let me get out of here. Okay.
No,
bye,
well,
guys.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being in the chat. And oh my God, there's going to be so many release papers of me out there soon. Right. Don't be crazy. I'm always coming at you. Have a great evening, everyone, or morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us today. It was good fun and really knowledgeable getting to know Stacey and Rose. But I'm off now for Cuddles with Angel, and I will see you. See you all, everyone. I'll see you next week for our Angel and Mia will be live tomorrow, and next Saturday will be my prize announcements for the month of April, where if I just check, there is where are we looking? There is 21 prizes ready to go. So yes, have a great evening, everyone, and thank you for joining me.